Hey, you there!
Me?
Yes, beautiful lady. You will succeed in all you do today. Consider it your lucky day, so to speak.
Lucky day?
Yes, it'll be the best day of your life. If you were ever to play a game of chance, today would be the day. Shall I read your fortune? I'll tell you what your lucky number is.
I do not fare well at gambling.
This is horrible! Someone just fell from the sky!
Is this part of my lucky day?
Alright, welcome back Twitch and YouTube to just another game. Master Detective Archives, Fubuki's Luckiest Day. As she gives us the crazy eyes.
It appears as though something is happening over there.
Oh hey, this is actually 2.5D. Are we going back to the cafe at some point, I assume?
I wonder if it could be some sort of festival.
Nope, it's just
What's
a dead
going
body.
on? Looks like someone collapsed.
Some guy fell from a building nearby.
Was it a suicide?
Pardon me. Please let me through.
Are you a doctor?
No, I'm a time
no,
wizard.
I am not.
Do you know this man?
No, I do not know him whatsoever.
Then why are you here?
Today is supposed to be my lucky day, so I thought I might be of some use.
Huh?
Oh, you are still breathing. What luck.
Hey, he's trying to say something. 3.
3? I was not quite able to hear you. Could you please repeat yourself?
No, I'm dying.
Hey, hang in there. He's not breathing. Where's the ambulance?
Maybe that was a dying message? It sounded to me as though he was trying to say the number 3. If I am not mistaken, those were the last words he uttered before death. I must not let them go to waste. Oh, if I rewind time, I can hear his message again. Repeatedly hearing someone's dying message is something only I can do.
Yes, repeatedly
What are
killing
you
a man is
mumbling
something
about?
you can
If you're not
only you
gonna
can
help,
do.
get out of the...
Actually, why not try to prevent him from dying in the first place instead? Protecting the people is part of my duties as a detective. I may still make it in time if I hurry.
Hey, you there!
Pardon me, I am in a hurry.
Oh, well that was rude. Poor old woman just wanted some company. Okay,
That noise!
didn't quite make it this time.
Are you alright? What happened? Is there something you must say to me? Please, go ahead.
2.
2? As in the number?
Hey, you. What happened? Are you all right? Should I call an ambulance?
No need, I am fine. I shall be right back.
I don't think he was talking to you. She does have a cute running animation.
The dying message was different this time. First was 3, next it was 2. I wonder what it could mean.
Run
Hey,
with your thighs.
you there!
This is exhausting. I might not make it. Oh, perfect timing. Pardon me! Please let me in!
I just need to go down the street.
Forward! Full speed ahead!
Run that person over. Good. Now instead of landing on the street, you landed on the roof. He's almost alive.
Are you alright? What happened here? Can you talk?
Some bitch drove a car under me.
One? Now it is one? What could it mean? Tell me, please, before you die! Did someone push you off? Who was the culprit? No good. I must do it over again.
This poor man.
Hey, he's still breathing. The car's roof must have cushioned his fall.
Oh good, we saved his life.
Hurry up and call an ambulance.
Thank goodness. It is true. Today really is my lucky day. What a happy ending.
So happy. Excuse me.
What a happy ending.
She's so happy.
And that is what happened the other day.
Poor
It's not a
Desahiku.
happy ending at all. Nothing was solved. Did the guy live?
Sure, why not?
Yes, he managed to survive. Although he is currently in a coma.
So you still don't know why he fell from the sky?
The newspaper says it was an attempted suicide. It seems he climbed over a fence on top of the building.
I bet the peacekeepers made that up after another half-assed investigation.
Regardless, it has nothing to do with us.
Until it does.
I mean, you're right and all, but doesn't it bother you? That sure is a weird dying message. At first it was 3, then 2, then finally 1, right? It's like a countdown or something. I've never heard of a changing dying message.
That's because dying messages are normally a one-time event.
So perhaps the message changed because I turned back time.
No, that doesn't make sense. The victim had already fallen by the time you arrived at the scene. So whether it be a suicide or a homicide, the events leading up to the fall shouldn't have changed. And I doubt he'd want to tell you something different each time. What do you think, Alara?
Should I assume you're requesting to hire me with that question?
Give me your kitty.
Never mind then. It was dumb of me to ask.
No matter the problem, asking for my assistance is the wisest choice one can make.
And you have money.
Except you charge an arm and a leg each time.
Naturally, I must charge an appropriate rate.
Kitty. I has your kitty.
Although, in this case, it doesn't seem like a criminal act. I suppose I don't mind, if we consider this a conversation among friends.
Oh, so we're friends now. What's with the change of heart?
I wonder why the dying message changed. Do you know why, Halara?
I can deduce the possibilities. However, I cannot declare anything unless I investigate the scene myself.
So an investigation is still necessary.
Oh hey, an investigation?
You definitely want to remember this.
I wasn't told we would actually be able to do this. Notebook clues. In clues, you can review the info of acquired clues. The message the man left for Fubuki the first time, 3. The message the man left for Fubuki the second time, 2. And the final message, 1.
By the way, according to the newspaper, The victim fell from a 4-story building. Floor 1 is a luxury brand shop. Floor 2 is a restaurant. Floor 3 is a beauty salon. And floor 4 is a casino. Each floor has windows facing the street that cannot be opened. Thus, it's very likely the victim fell from the rooftop.
The building where the victim is believed to have fallen is 4 stories high.
Do we have an idea on the victim?
He's a 25-year-old man. He works at the shop on the first floor, but often goes to the other floors as a customer.
So the people in the building were his acquaintances. There's still a chance someone else from the building took him up to the roof and pushed him off.
He worked in the building he fell from. And
Perhaps
kitty
the
again.
dying message indicates who did it?
If that was the case, then it's weird the message changed each time he got to the victim. Or maybe there's someone named 321? That can't be it, right?
I don't know, with the dumb names
You
in this
can't
game.
say that with certainty.
Okay, fair enough, but that doesn't explain why the message changed.
That reminds me, when the victim mentioned 1 the last time he spoke, he actually said, there.
There? Did he find something?
That I do not know, though he did look as though he was searching for something.
What does that mean?
It means she killed
The
this man in
victim
3
must
other
have had
realities.
something in his hand while he was falling. The impact of the fall caused him to drop it.
I see. So the victim found the item, then left the message 1.
If you think about it that way, the victim's message makes sense, and it's likely the item is related to the case.
Fubuki, did you find anything at the scene?
My deepest apologies. I did not notice anything of the sort.
You may be careless, but I doubt you'd miss something so big you'd need 2 hands to hold it. Which means it had to be something small enough that it could be easily missed. Hold on. The victim must have held this thing in his hand the first time he fell. But instead of 1, he said 3 that time. Was he holding something different each time he fell, or was he holding more than 1 thing?
Considering when Fubuki turned back time, it's hard to believe he held something different each time. However, we cannot eliminate the possibility there may have been multiple items.
I am now more lost than ever.
If we follow the logic, we will always arrive at our destination, the truth.
But I am truly lousy at that.
Aw,
Don't
poor,
give up, princess.
poor Fubuki
Let's
Bean.
start from the beginning.
Very well. I shall try. If the victim was holding something, that would be a key clue in this case, right? First, regarding the size of what he was holding,
It was small.
That's right. Even Fubuki, who was at the scene immediately after the victim fell, didn't notice that small item. Therefore, it's reasonable to believe that whatever he held was something that could fit in the palm of his hand.
It was Fubuki's
and
boob!
the impact of the fall caused him to drop it. The third time, the victim realized he dropped it and appeared to be looking around for it. And when he saw it, he said, there, 1. But why would the victim mumble the word 1 after seeing it?
Because there's only 1 of it, or the surface of the object displayed the number 1. I'm gonna be kind of interested to see where this is going, because, I mean, obviously we know it's dice, but when he muttered 3, the side of the dice facing the camera was a 4. So 3 couldn't have been on top of the dice, because 3 and the sides of a dice The opposing sides of a dice always add up to 7. So the side of a dice opposite from 4 is 3. So I'm going to be interested to see if they ended up paying enough attention to that, and it turns out that he was looking at the surface of the dice closest to him, or if they're just going to say it always rolled a 3 at the top, even though it wasn't physically part of that, or capable of that. All right. The surface of the object displayed the number 1.
Normally, that would mean that whatever was on the surface of the item displayed the number 1, would it not? So the victim saw that and read the number 1 aloud.
Huh? That's a dumb conclusion to make.
No, that's a sensible way to think about it. It's logical as well. The victim saw it and mumbled 1, so we should assume it was actually written there.
Are you serious? So whatever it is has the numbers written on its surface, right? What is it then? I don't get it. In the beginning, he said 3, not 1.
It's not strange at all if we assume the number changes depending on the situation.
The number can change? Wait, then that must be it!
Whoa, Fubuki! Do you know what it is?
Yes, although it is just my guess. The item the victim was holding...
It was a watch! Oh, I like her eyes moving with her choices. It was the die.
Such as a die, or something.
A die? Oh, I get it. The number would change depending on the roll. Hold on. It first went from 3 to 2. Isn't it strange the numbers weren't the same? Fubuki arrived at the scene after the victim fell. By that time, the die would have fallen from the victim's hand. Which means that whatever number turned up on the die should have been set by that point. It couldn't have changed.
You're right. Do you have a counter-argument for this?
In that case, perhaps this explains it.
Because that day was my most luckiest day. Okay, it's because the angle from which you saw the die was different. They are paying attention to it. Good.
The angle from which he saw the die would have been different.
The angle?
The first time, the victim was lying face down.
Okay, they are
If
presenting
there
it
was a die
facing
in his
toward
line
him.
of sight, he would have only seen one side of it.
What about the second time?
The second time, I arrived just a bit earlier, so I tried to help the victim up. At that moment, he probably saw the top side of the die.
I see. So that's how it went. It's true that under normal circumstances, only the number on the top of a die is read.
He landed on the taxi the third time, so it is possible that the roll of the die changed.
Fubuki, you sure are sharp this morning.
Really?
The man who fell was holding a die. The message the man left for Fubuki the first time, the second time, and the third time.
So basically, it went like this. The victim fell from the rooftop while holding a die. He dropped it once he hit the ground. Which means the die was cast. As the victim was knocking on death's door, he mumbled whatever number he saw. Great job deducing that much, Fubuki.
Does it appear that I'm becoming a better detective?
Yeah, but not nearly as great as me.
We still lack an answer regarding the final part.
The final part?
What was the victim trying to communicate with his dying message?
Now that you mention it, you're totally right. Why did he even bother reading the number on the die?
Perhaps it was to inform us of the identity of the culprit?
There is no doubt that the die was meant to point out the culprit. Nearing death, the victim sought out the die to inform you of that. But in his daze, the best he could do was say the number he saw.
So the die was pointing out the culprit?
Wait, wasn't there a place that had something to do with dice in the building the victim fell from?
Oh, so perhaps the culprit was in there?
Well, it would be the casino, obviously.
Perhaps the culprit was in the casino on the 4th floor?
That's probably it.
You did it, Princess! I didn't think you'd be able to figure it out.
There is no way I could have done so on my own. You have my deepest thanks, Halara and Desuhiko.
Yup, now bow down to my charisma. Still, we're just making assumptions here. We have no solid evidence. If someone said we made it all up based on his dying words, that'd be the end of it.
But we made so much progress in our investigation. Is there nothing to be done about it, Halara?
It would be one thing if we had the die as evidence, but it would be extremely difficult to find now.
If only I had noticed it and picked it up.
No biggie. It's not something you'd notice normally.
Yeah,
Halara,
you need cameras to
what
help
if
you
we
focus
use your
on it.
forte to find out where the die went?
I can't use my abilities while the victim is still alive.
Damn, you make it sound so ominous.
Kill him.
Leaving this case alone is still a valid option. No
Kill the
one made
victim.
a request for us to investigate, so it's not an urgent matter.
No, it's gonna drive us nuts.
The case will solve itself once the victim wakes up.
The culprit might attack the victim again before that happens. Since they didn't get him the first time, they might try to finish the job.
Well, they technically did get him the first
That would
time.
be terrible!
They didn't
This
get
is
him the
all
third
my
time.
Responsibility. What should I do?
I don't think there's any need for you to feel responsible, but I wouldn't feel good about leaving this unsolved. Hey, Halara, you know of any ways around this?
There is one.
Stop teasing us and just say it! Oh, and before you ask, I'm not paying a damn thing.
Well, then Halara is not
A
at your
clue,
service.
then. Ask the fortune teller.
Are you a villager in an RPG or something?
The fortune teller!
Huh? Did something spring to mind?
I told you in the beginning, remember? A fortune teller approached me.
What's that got to do with this case?
You should interrogate that fortune teller about the casino. You may hear something interesting.
I understand. I shall depart after breakfast.
But hey, are you going alone? Fine, I'll join you. Halara, you're coming with, right?
I'm not going without a formal request.
So much for being friends.
All you have done is more than enough for me.
Cleavage.
Thank you very much. I can handle the rest on my own.
I'm here too, you know.
Oh, are you? You're still here? Another... Hi, Rain. I would probably come up with a different name than Frothgar. For your stinky cat.
Hey, you there!
Frothgar does not sound half the community did. I don't think that's gonna be the one that's gonna catch on. Frothgar sounds shady. You probably won't use it anyway. You can use it if you like it. I'm not saying you can't. It just kind of sounds a little dirty. I like Femroth. I think Finroth is fine. That's the one I've heard, I think.
Us?
You can use whatever you like. I'm just saying, it sounds a little dirty to me. And there you go. You could also just say Mama H, apparently.
Yes, you lovebirds. You make one fine pair. You will succeed in all you do today. Consider it your lucky day, so to speak.
Didn't you tell me this already?
Lucky day?
Yes, it'll be the best day of your life. If you were ever to play a game of chance, today would be the day. Shall I read your fortune? I'll tell you what your lucky number is.
Yes, please.
It appears that multiples of 3 are your lucky numbers.
So go play fucking roulette.
If you're going to gamble, be sure to bet on increments of 3.
I get it. This is what Hilara was getting at.
What do you mean?
I mean, that's because you are a mom.
You're in bed with that casino up ahead, aren't you?
What are you saying? Casino? I don't know what you're talking about.
You claim we have good luck to scam us at the casino.
That's a baseless accusation. I'm just an ordinary fortune teller.
You must have heard about the guy who fell from the casino's building. The victim was nearly killed by someone who works there. I bet he knew too much about your secret. If you know something, you better cough it up now.
I'm not
Or
saying that's the only
you
reason. I'm
might
just
be
saying you are a
next.
mom, so I can understand that.
If you're working with dangerous people, you should call it quits today.
That's
We
your
can
fortune.
take care of the rest, so tell us what you know.
As you said, my job is to lure customers in and guide them to the casino. The lucky number thing is all a lie. In fact, if they pick those numbers, they will surely lose.
But I truly believed it was my lucky day.
Aw.
I'm sorry.
You made Fubuki
I actually
sad.
don't know how to tell anyone's fortune. I just followed the manual.
And that manual was made by the casino?
Yes. Cheating is rampant in the casino. They really conduct some dirty business there.
Do you know the man who fell from the building?
Yes, he's what they call a hired plant. He mixes in with the customers and steers them a certain way so the casino can cheat them. So, my ears perked up when I heard he attempted to kill himself. I knew he'd made a mistake and was being silenced.
I see. So that's what it was.
The man was a plant hired by the casino.
Hey, are you really gonna do something about them? If they find out I told you all this...
Leave it to me. Who do you think I am? I am the superstar detective, slayer of evil, Desuhiko Thunderbolt!
Oh god, his eyes, they frighten me.
That's not very reassuring.
That's fine. We
It
got
appears
Fubuki
the
here
entire
too.
casino is in on this crime. There will only be more victims if we leave them be.
We might as well see this through to the end. Though, I bet the chief would tell us to stay out of trouble.
There's one thing that I've been reading about Baldur's Gate that's funny, and that is even people who go through and they're playing from a chaotic evil alignment, they will never give the dog back. Because giving the dog back is actually far more evil than anybody wants to actually do.
But what shall we do? We lack even a single piece of evidence.
Got this old woman.
I would feel terrible if we had to involve the fortune teller more than necessary.
She's
I
still
guess
right
we'll
here.
have to rush in from the front.
Which means
Still listening to you.
we are going on an adventure.
Yeah!
Are they really gonna be all right?
No, and you're probably dead. Investigation finished.
This looks like the place.
Indeed. Do you have a plan, Tetsuhiko?
Of course. The plan name is Leave Things to Chance.
It's a terrible name.
Wow, that sounds exciting.
And the crazy eyes.
Let's go, Fubuki!
Right.
Wait,
We didn't pay you.
Laura, what are you doing here?
We're not paying you either.
I knew you'd rush in without a plan.
You are correct, Halara.
Carelessly sowing confusion will simply result in more victims. Don't be so rash.
Are you trying to get in our way? It'd be one thing if you just stayed out of it.
I'm saying the two of you don't stand a chance. If you're up against a casino, let me handle it.
Why, are you good at gambling?
Are you going to help us?
Bet on me and you are sure to win. Listen, here's the plan.
This is how you're going to get your money, isn't it? This is how you're going to get your money for helping us. Swindle detective. A master detective who turned their advanced skills of deception and cajolery into a forte. They were not summoned. Yes, hello. I would like to bet this briefcase and also this woman.
Welcome.
I'd like to convert all this into chips.
And also this woman.
Right away.
Please convert this woman into chips as well.
Call the owner over. I'd like to play a game. Tell the owner I want to talk to him about that attempted suicide.
Understood.
That's not the owner.
How can I help you? You don't seem affiliated with the Peacekeepers.
I'll be direct. You tried to erase one of your hired plans.
What are you talking about?
I'll bet all of my chips. If you win, then this issue will disappear. We'll conclude our investigation and never return.
Also, you get this woman.
And of course, you can keep all the chips.
And this woman.
Laura, are you sure about this?
And if you win?
You will confess your crimes and turn yourself into the Peacekeepers.
Also, you still get Fubuki.
Very well. I don't know what crime you're speaking of, but as the owner of the casino, I cannot turn down such a direct challenge.
I expect you to keep your word.
Of
What
course,
flavor is your
you as
candy
well.
today?
So, what would you like to play?
Bring some dice.
A game of craps?
Yes, but let's cut out all of the complicated rules. This game will consist of 4 dice. Each player will take 2 and roll them at the same time. Whoever gets exactly 7 wins. If both rolls land on 7, then it's a draw and the game continues.
Very well. We will prepare the dice. Are you fine with that?
I don't mind.
You're gonna have Fubuki use her forte to keep re-rolling the dice, aren't you? I see where this is going. Fubuki, does not how you hold dice.
You'll roll the dice.
What? Me? But you are far better at gambling, Halara.
I'm going to find out what's going on. Just roll the dice like you normally would.
Wear
However,
yourself out.
if the opponent rolls a 7, turn back time.
Oh, right. I do have that ability.
Are you ready? Let's play.
Oh look, 7. These dice totally aren't loaded.
Well, well. Looks like that's game.
Wear her the hell out.
However, if the opponent rolls a 7, turn back time.
Halara, I just turned back time. He rolled a 7 right at the start. And my roll was terrible, by the way. I completely lost.
I knew it. But you can do this as many times as you want. That's your strength.
Poor Fubuki.
Right.
Are you done with your huddle? No amount of planning will help with dice. You must let luck take over from here. Now, let us play.
Yes, game on. This time.
Damn it, you gotta turn back time again.
Why?
Well, well. Looks like that's game.
However, if the opponent rolls a 7, turn back time.
You realize this is
I
exhausting, right?
returned. This is the second time. The opponent rolled 7 on the first throw both times. The timing of the dice roll was different from before, so I thought there would be different numbers. Are casino owners blessed with natural luck?
No, it's not luck. He's probably cheating.
Cheating?
Seems like he's going all out. Well then, there's no reason for us to hold back either.
But what are you going to do? If he can cast a 7 each time through cheating, no amount of turning back time will help. Moreover, there is a limit to how many times I can use my ability.
There is a way to
two
prevent his
times.
cheating.
I've already used
Really?
it as many times as I can.
However, prevention doesn't guarantee us victory. In order for us to win, you must roll a 7.
Ah, hell.
Oh, right.
Is that all?
Can you do it this time, Fubuki?
I don't know. Probably die
I
if I turn
can
back time
certainly
again.
try. I became a detective by challenging my own fate.
No, I thought you became
I
a
refuse
detective
to lose here.
because your parents told you to.
I'll join you
Okay,
in your
that
battle.
is a Haru line.
Are you done with
That
your
is
little
absolutely a Haru line.
meeting? You can talk all you want, but I don't think it will change.
This is absolutely a Haru line.
I refuse to lose here.
Same fucking delivery. Same fucking line.
Change the numbers on the dice. Now, shall we play?
Before we begin, I'm thirsty. Can I get some water?
Very well.
Oh, excuse me.
What are you trying to do?
My hand slipped. Let's begin.
Very well.
I'm counting on you, Fubuki. This game won't end until you roll a 7.
Leave it to me.
She has the most
Come on,
awk-
7.
There we
Come
go.
on, 7.
Boobs.
You... How did you...
Thanks, Dosahiko.
Wow, this is incredible! I won! I really won!
Impossible! I can't lose with these dice!
You can't roll an 8 on dice?
Seems like the game is over. You must now confess your crimes.
Oh, he died. So the glass was the signal for Dasuhiko to come in disguise, I assume.
I'm glad to see you have regained consciousness. Are you all right after that awful fall?
What? No, it's me, Dasuhiko. We went over this before
Crazy
we entered the
eyes.
casino. Were you even listening?
As I suspected, the dice used by the casino were rigged. The victim must have intended to let others know about it with a dying message. It was obvious they'd cheat if we challenged them to a match involving dice.
Which is where I came in. Well, I distracted the staff. Halara messed with the dice.
We cheated.
So that is what happened.
Aw, Fubuki
I
didn't
was
win.
only able to win thanks to Halara.
No, I didn't touch your dice, Fubuki.
Huh? Then I really rolled a 7 on my own?
Yes, you won that game.
Really? Thank goodness! I won that game!
More crazy eyes.
Great job, princess.
I'm sorry. That
Even
look
if
is
it was
supposed to
just
be
a little
happy,
bit,
and it's very
I
disturbing.
believe I grew as a detective.
It's very disturbing.
Hey, Halara, please do something. Fubuki has been completely obsessed since that day. There's no way I can win against someone who can turn back time.
How rude. I would never cheat like that. Come on, Dasuhiko. One more game.
And Fubuki's luckiest day comes to an end. So, with that, we're going to call it an episode for YouTube here. Next time, we will be playing, I think, Halara is next? Man, there was so much Haru in some of that delivery, and then it was just Haru. Bob Carter. Thought he died. Oh wait, that's Bob Barker. Bad jokes aside, next time we will be doing Raining Cats and Dogs. I will see you then. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, I appreciate it. If you enjoyed what you saw, let me know. Give me likes, send me comments, remember to subscribe, and I'll see you then. Twitch will continue in just a moment, no matter what my cat says. Oh, she's asleep.